Lads and lassies, you're not gonna believe this, but I fixed my Road Ripper's top 10 comeback Cadillac Escalade. Yep, it's official. It's finally working like new again. After 5 years of owning it just not working, I finally got this thing working. So, to give you guys some background story, to give you guys a bit of background story or some personal history on how I ended up with this stuff. So, around October of 2019, I was at Goodwill with my dad, and while I was at the Goodwill, where I usually go to, I was looking around the toy aisle, and then I found this, and I was like, "No way! This is amazing!" I couldn't believe I actually found a Road Ripper's Top 10 Comeback Cadillac Escalade, and I've been wanting one of those ever since I saw it on YouTube 10 years ago, back in 2014 during the summer, and I've wanted it ever since though. So yeah, where I originally saw this video at the time though was from it was a video actually from a Asian YouTuber. He had this, and out of the videos I saw first though, I saw his video on the Road Rippers Rush and Rescue Police K9 Ford Expedition SSV though, and after this though, I saw this one on YouTube though, from out of his channel though, is where I saw this one. So this would be my second video from him that I would see the Cadillac Escalade, and I've been wanting one of those since though. So yeah, finally after 5 years, but then 5 years after searching for one of these, I came across this one at Goodwill, and I was happy to see it though. So yeah, but anyways, when I first got it though, it didn't work though. So first thing I did actually it did work though, if I remember correctly, but as soon as I opened up the battery compartment or something, I saw that there was corrosion on the battery. Oh, actually, scratch that. I was wrong on the first one, so it didn't work though when I first got it. But then as soon as I opened up the battery compartment, I saw that there was corrosion on the battery contacts. So I ended up removing the old batteries out though, cleaned out the contacts and everything, and then I just let it dry for about 10 minutes, and afterwards I threw in some new batteries in it, and the thing started working. So yeah, so the first thing I did though when I first got it was press the forward button, either the forward or reverse button, or the the dancing button. So whenever I did that, it wasn't even moving at all though. So that's when I went ahead, took it apart though, and then as I did though, right as I saw it not moving though, before I even took it apart, I suspected that it was just a wire off though. So I opened up the Cadillac Escalade, and then it turns out that there was no wire off though. All the wires were connected, and then so I proceeded on as to investigate what happened to the Cadillac Escalade though. So after just messing around with the board though, without even realizing that it was just one component or something, unfortunately, on the process of just sort of messing with it, I accidentally melted one of the soldering points from the circuit board. And here it is. This is the board from the Cadillac Escalade. So yeah, and then I tried the other method, which was to like scratch the light green part of the circuit board, just scrape it in. Well, scrape that and then solder some wires onto that. But even then, it didn't do me well though, which I thought it was that at the time. So for the next 5 years, it would just sit not working. Well, besides the music and besides the lights and sound, mechanically and electronically, it wouldn't move though. So yeah, so yesterday night while I was in my room though, I had nothing else better to do though, so I was just kind of bored. So that's when I decided to once again see if I could try to fix the Cadillac Escalade. So what I did was I took it to the workbench, and then I had a spare board from a Road Ripper's Top 10 Comeback Hummer H2 though. So you remember the yellow one that I got back in 2019 though? Yeah, I ended up just scrapping that one for parts though, and it'd been sitting in my room, in my closet for about 3 years actually though, just scrapped. So Yeah, so I ended up taking the well, actually, before I did anything else though, I already had two things on me. So I had my soldering wick, and then my desoldering pump actually. So although I already knew how to use this thing, at the same time I didn't really know much about desoldering. So I looked on YouTube and I saw soldering wick, to like how to use that stuff actually. So yeah, and it turns out that I mean, obviously you could desolder anything, but like in terms of like removing IC boards though, like one of those specialized chips though, if you would have to paste soldering flux though, which I had soldering flux paste on me. Grab the toothpick of it and then just paste it on there though. With the IC board already soldered on, and then I placed my soldering wick onto the IC board, and then just grabbed out my soldering iron, and it started sucking up all the all the solder from the board actually. And then with all that out of the way though, I was able to slightly, well, gently wiggle the IC board, and it started coming out though. So yeah. So after removing the IC board from the Hummer, and then transporting the IC board from the Cadillac Escalade onto the Hummer though, I was trying to see whether if I could get this to work though actually. So yeah, but then after doing that, I soldered the IC board from the Escalade onto the Hummer's board though, and then after that I resoldered the wires back onto the board though, which is the new board. Well, the new board actually. And then after doing that though, I put in some batteries in it, and as I did though, it wasn't even working. But then it turns out that a transistor actually started overheating, which I'm like, what? That can't be right though, because like I soldered the wires on correctly, which doesn't happen like when you do that. But then it turns out a piece of solder actually was connected between the battery wire and to the transistor. So in other words, it was basically causing it to touch each other, which then led to the overheating of the transistor, which thankfully the board in it survived though. So after fixing that problem, put the batteries back on, and then things started working again though. So I was like, phew, thank God. And I'm really happy that it didn't fry out or anything, or else I would have been out of luck that night. So, and since I was already gambling with another top 10 comeback board though, I decided just to see if that did the trick though. I soldered some motor wires onto the onto the Hummer's board with the Cadillac Escalade's IC board, and the thing started coming back to life though. So on the night I actually fixed it, I pressed the reverse button, and then this thing started moving again though, which I'm like, oh my God, I brought it back to life though. Like I was so happy that I got the thing working like new again. So after doing that though, basically just after that though, basically I just removed the gearbox out of the Hummer and then put it onto the Escalade. So although I still had the original gearbox onto the Escalade, I ended up just removing the gears and motor all together though. So yeah, so I ended up just taking the gearbox out of the Escalade, and then I ended up removing the Cadillac Escalade's axles and wheels out, and then just with the whole gearbox I was able to put it on and then just put the wheels back on. So with that being said, the thing started working like new again. So yeah. Anyways, with that being said though, I'm really happy that my Escalade works finally after 5 years of owning it. So yeah. But on a side note actually, I'm also gonna do a re-upload of it on January 12th, which that day is very special, which I'll explain on that video because I just mainly want to get into this one. So yeah, but anyways, with that being said though, I'm really happy that my Escalade works though. So yeah, and just like what we do with any top 10 comeback, I'm just gonna press the dancing button. So here you go.
Comeback action's ready.
So aggressive.
Press forward or reverse now.
But yeah, it works like new again, and I'm really happy it does though.
Let's go!
Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys again next time. So, stay tuned for the re-upload. I may possibly keep the original video I had on the Escalade from 2021, but then again, I just want to properly show it though. When it does fully work 100%, but in the original video, I felt that as if I didn't show it 100% though, like properly, because it didn't work though. But nonetheless though, I'm really happy it works like new again. So yeah, in a way, I guess you can say I passed with flying colors. So yeah, anyways, I'm Fernando, and I'll see you guys again next time. So take care. If you want to check out more of my content, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications to get the latest updated content and stuff from my YouTube channel. So see you there.